Well, hi there. You're probably on a degree exhibition in British High School of Art and Design in Moscow, where I am showing part of my work, but not exactly all of it, and I'm also not there. I'm still in Estonia, where I'm actually from, and I am not able to exhibit all of my degree collection. You're probably wondering why the hell this station is so empty, while everyone has managed to create so many pieces, and this one girl only has one pair of trousers hanging there. Well, this is your explanation. When Corona started, we were all stuck in Moscow, trying to manage our collection development process, aiming towards a digital submission. We have submitted all of our digital work, which was fine, it was okay. And once the Corona restrictions were lifted, we didn't really get an explanation whether or not we would be able to sell our collection at that point yet. So my visa was about to expire, I was starting to worry whether or not I'll be able to stay in Moscow for a long period of time, and 20 days before my visa was about to expire, I decided to go back to Tallinn. We were told that our university might start working quite soon enough, but I felt like I would still have to go back to Tallinn. And all of the international departments said that, well, there is no way our country is going to renew a visa just because, so I had to leave. I left the country, and 2 days later I was told that, well, if you stayed, apparently Russia would have renewed your visa up until September 15th, so you can imagine how happy I was to hear that information. Well, I decided to not give up on myself, start trying to find different ways to get back to Russia, but because everything in the COVID world, post-COVID world, was a little bit more scary and a bit more difficult, I was not able to find a reason to enter. At that point I started thinking, should have gotten married, should have gotten some property in Russia, or like applied for some kind of visa before leaving. So I felt like I was the stupidest person in the world for not doing that. Then when I was here, my family was trying to do their best to help me actually produce the degree collection, since I was looking at staying here for another couple of months. And because we were aiming towards our exhibition already, I felt like, well, I could create as much stuff here as possible and then go back to Russia. But hell no! As you know, I'm not there yet, so I still don't have a visa. But we got a really good industrial sewing machine. We found a friend who owns an atelier where I am sewing right now and creating my collection. So what you can see on my degree exhibition is one pair of trousers that I managed to create before the restrictions started, which my group mate so lovingly took photos of, and I'm absolutely grateful for that, girls. Thank you so much. We have the best group, by the way, just so you know. When you're walking around, please like all of their work, because they're amazing and they've done their absolute best to create as much work in a very short amount of time, in a very uncertain time period. So just please love their work. If you're able to, just promote them, subscribe to them, do everything. So I have one pair of trousers, I have all of my prints, all of my design development that is relevant to the project. That said, I had a lot more development process going on before the lockdown, before the collection progressed into what it is right now. So if you're interested, by any chance, do subscribe to this channel. I have a lot of different videos. You can see how the collection progressed, and what it started from was a completely different thing. It was very colorful, very like crazy and outrageous and like funny in some cases, so it was a bit more relative to Alisa's project, which you can look around in the exhibition space. You will probably get what I'm talking about right away. I decided that my collection is not going into that direction, and I'm so glad, because Alisa did a way better job than I could have done with that sort of crazy-ish idea. So all of my work that is on the stand is a pair of trousers, a couple of prints, a couple of samples that are relevant to my current project and that are not outdated as all the 50 or 60 other fabric samples that I had before. Then we have two of my sketchbooks, a block of my portfolio, and obviously the photo shoots. I did all the photo shoots in Estonian here, so thank you so much, Sandra, and thank you, Daniel, for being my model. As soon as I'm able to enter back to Russia, I'm going to be sewing my collection, finishing everything. I'm going to be printing, and the reason why I couldn't finish everything in Estonia, all the 3 pieces that I have so far, is because I don't really have access to specific studios or equipment. Like, for example, I've done a really cool lino cut print that actually I mocked up first, and then I had to make another version, and my helper from level 4, Lisa, thank you so much, helped me to create it. And I didn't bring it here obviously because I thought I would be coming for a couple of days, just renewing my visa, and like 2 weeks later probably be back in Moscow, having missed maybe like a week and a half of sewing. But hell no. In Estonia I managed to create a leather skirt, leather top, mesh top, and a pair of linen trousers. Also I have a pair of trousers in Moscow, and then I have 3 tops for all of those. So essentially 3 looks are pretty much done, but obviously some little details are not finished. This is how those looks were supposed to look like. By the way, my entire collection is recycled. I tried to go either with recycled materials, something that I can reuse and make into a recycled material, like a leather jacket that I bought from Avita and made a skirt out of, or use leftovers, offcuts, use dead stock fabrics. And to be honest, I was very happy in a sense that I got to create my collection in Estonia, because there are a couple of shops that do dead stock fabrics only. So they're dirty, they're ripped in some cases, and I could not justify buying a synthetic polyester jersey mesh in any way. Like I can't, I feel responsible for the whole world for some reason, and I think this meme just explains everything about me. And I was super glad that I could find it in Estonia, because this way I was able to make the collection sustainable, and I was able to still produce the same level of quality of work that I was aiming for. So before I leave to Moscow, if that ever happens, I'm going to also purchase a bit more of that fabric, just in case I need to renew and do a couple of more tests, not to buy any new synthetic polyester fabric. So I mean, it's bittersweet. Obviously I was aiming to go doing my degree collection and graduating and having this whole graduate exhibition, and for the past 4 years I've been looking forward to that, and now that's not the reality. And being the hardest overachiever possible, I feel so guilty for not having completed all of the work at this point, because Alisa, Mila, they're amazing and they've done all 6 looks, and I felt compelled to do the same. And when we had a previous talk with our tutor, she was like, oh, don't worry if you don't finish everything, like 3 looks is fine. I'm like, no, 6 is fine, 6 is the only way. But obviously that's not the case. Like, it's fine, it's alright, it's bittersweet. More than anything, I know that I have the most amazing support team. I love all of the girls, I love my boyfriend, everyone's been supportive, my family, extended family, like everyone's been great. And I think COVID has given me even more appreciation for the family and the people around me. And to be honest, having been away from Moscow for 2 months has given me some perspective. Like, usually when I come back to Estonia for even 3 months, I don't really miss Moscow, because I know I'm going to be back, I know I'm going to be stressed again, I know I'm going to be like working 24 hours a day and like sleeping just a tiny bit. But I don't think that's the case anymore. Like, I never wanted to go back to Moscow because I associated Moscow with stress. But now that I have been apart for just 2 months, but not willingly been apart, I feel how much I miss it. And I really feel like I'm the most creative, the most productive, the most outgoing and inspired in Moscow. So I can't wait to go back. And once I do, I really hope my journey is going to continue with fashion design. And even though I doubted myself a couple of days ago when I had a breakdown, realizing that I won't be able to participate in an exhibition the same way I was hoping to, I still feel like I'm in a good place now and I'm ready to conquer the world. So if you want to follow my journey to see how everything is going to go from now on, definitely subscribe and see how the collection evolves, because I'm going to be creating everything, doing photo shoots, video shoots, probably going to Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week if that happens. And if it doesn't, the girls and I are going to organize a different exhibition, we're going to organize a different fashion show maybe, so we'll find a way for sure, because we're very ambitious and, like you would say in Russian, so I'm very excited to do something in the future and continue on my fashion journey. So join along. Thank you for watching.